Hello everybody, welcome to the All About Favorite channel. It is Reset Wednesday. I'm your host, Pastor KZ. Y'all, all this month I'm going to be wearing shades of pink in commemoration of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Okay, y'all, don't forget at the end of the video, comment, like, and share. Those of you who have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. Now, don't forget, y'all, my digital store is on the way. I'm hoping that everything is all set up and ready to go in time for Black Friday so you can get them t-shirts, get the eyewear, get some things that you've been wanting, and they make great gifts. And y'all, I got some phenomenal t-shirts. Now with the t-shirts and all, we're going to do pre-orders initially. Get you to go ahead and pre-order them so we can get everything shipped out to you, because we don't want to have an overabundance of certain t-shirts in certain sizes and we miss your size. And we will go up to, I think we will do some even as high as 4X. I'm not sure, but I think it'll be some 4Xs and maybe some 5s. Now when it gets beyond 3X, y'all, it's going to go up a couple of more dollars because that's just what they want. Now, yesterday we were talking about some requested topics from the men, as we were last week with the women. So now I want to say this: I am not an expert at all. I am not a guru. All I do is come on here and I share with you my thoughts and opinions based on the topics that you select via your emails. So let's get right into some requested things the men want me to address. Yesterday, the men made it clear that some women need to have a seat. They said, ladies, y'all just need to go somewhere and have a seat. They say you all with this thinking that you're going to be treated like a queen and you acting like a thought, there is no way they're going to treat you as a queen. Ladies, they're saying you have a sense of entitlement and you think you deserve more than what your worth really is. They say y'all buy into too much of that motivational, inspirational quotes about know your worth and never settle. When they say some of the men, they say we as men have been settling. Yeah, ladies, the men say, what about us? We have been settling. We haven't gotten quality women. We've settled for some mediocre women. What about that, Pastor KZ? Wow. Y'all hear that, ladies? And they're also saying that you think you deserve more than what your worth really is. They say some women place way too much value on gaining material things, which they don't mind giving sometimes. It's just the attitude and the baggage that women bring drives us away, Pastor KZ. Ladies, the men are complaining. They're saying that you are clueless when it comes to knowing how to treat a good man. They say you disrespect them. They say you walk all over them. If they are guys who are not like the really alpha type males, they say you just try to walk all over them, and the men just saying we ain't having it. They say one thing about it, it says a good man is hard to find. And you all women would know a good man if you saw one. Ooh. All right. I gotta pause this here. So here is my question, fellas. And I told you, Auntie KZ, I don't take sides, but I do throw things out there as I do on the women. I'm gonna do this with you right now. Y'all say women wouldn't recognize a good man if they saw one, or they don't know a good thing when they have one. Here's my question: how does a woman distinguish a good man from a bad man? Let me help somebody here. Here is what Pastor KZ's opinion is. And remember, it's just my thoughts. Doesn't mean I'm correct and have the answer, but this is just my opinion. To me, a good man has to be trustworthy. Now, I will not go in order of what I think, but I'm just going to throw some things out there that's very important, I feel, for qualities that a man should have, a good man should have. A good man should be trustworthy. A good man should be level-headed. He should be loyal. He should be respectful. He should be fair in his dealings with other people. He should be a man who keeps his word, y'all. I can't emphasize that. To me, if a man don't keep his word, I just really have little to do with him. My grandfather always used to say, a man who can't keep his word about little things won't keep his word about big things. He said, baby, always watch a man, what he does and not what he says. Because a man can say anything out of his mouth, but just remember, his actions tell you who he really is. Another one is a good man is even tempered. He's emotionally stable. He's emotionally, here's something, available. Y'all, some of you men are not emotionally available because you can't focus on this woman because you still angry or heartbroken on what the last woman did to you. See, y'all like to talk about broken women, but it's some broken men out there. It's some men out there who have been hurt and you still grieving the loss of that woman that you truly did love. I'm just saying. And another thing I want to point out that the ladies mentioned last week, and I didn't really touch on it at all, which I should do a show about it. And it was about dealing with men who are widows, men who have lost their wives, and then they try to get with the next woman and try to mold her into being the woman who passed away. So that's a man who's emotionally unavailable because he's still grieving the loss of that woman. So, and then some men, I can say this, I've seen this. Some men, when their wife passed away, the next woman they get, she has some feature of that one. He has a type. She looks like the wife who died. I'm sorry to say, but some men, y'all do that. So, and y'all are not emotionally into this woman because you trying to make her be that woman. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Also, to me, a good man has to have problem solving skills. Just my opinion. I just really can't deal with it, and I just don't like and cannot I just choose not to involve myself with the man who cannot solve problems, has zero problem solving skills, just whines and complains and I don't know what to do and it's hard, life is tough. Man, life hard for everybody, but you as a man, you got to have good problem solving skills. A good man also can show his vulnerability. That doesn't make a man weak because he can show that he's vulnerable. It doesn't make a man weak because he sheds a few tears. That doesn't make a man weak. But what makes a man weak is a man who always pretends he's strong and nothing breaks him. I'm not hurt by it. Man, that's your mother laying over there in that casket and you not shedding a tear. You have no expression on your face. Or, man, I'm your wife and I'm standing here breaking down, falling apart in front of you, and you can't show any vulnerability or no compassion, no affection, and embrace me. Men like that, I am telling you, that they don't work for some women, and I am one of those women. Unaffectionate men, emotionally unavailable men who can't problem solve, men who are not level-headed, men who are not respectful, and how a man treats other people. Is he dealing fair in his business endeavors? Those are very important. Another quality of a good man, and he is a hard worker. He is not a lazy man. To me, a man who sees a need and goes out there and does what is necessary to meet the need. Not a man laying on the couch all day long or sitting up in the recliner chair all day long, whining and complaining. You see the roof need repairing and you do nothing, but I guess let it cave in. Or, well, I'm just going up here to Home Depot. Now, to me as a woman, I'm thinking that means, okay, he going up here to get some things to get on top of this roof to patch it until he can afford to go ahead and replace the roof. No, his idea of going to Home Depot and coming back, he's coming back with 6 5-gallon buckets and sitting the buckets around in the house. Not even, and to me, my brain is like, well, my God, man, your mind didn't even tell you to just get one of those big tarps and put over the house. Just put buckets in the house. See, those things women watch. So men, I'm just asking the question, what makes you a good man? Because the definition is broad. Also, how a man manages his money. A man who can't manage money, he in trouble. And that woman who choose him, she's in trouble. Cause when the first thing he do when he get his check is all he thinks about is going to the club, buying him an outfit to go out in, putting rims on his car, doing all of this before he even thinks, oh shoot, the rent due. Oh, the mortgage is due. Oh, homeowner's insurance is coming up. He's not thinking that, oh my God, I forgot. School clothes is coming up. I got to buy a class ring for my daughter. I got to buy cap and gown. This type of man who don't know how to manage money, how to problem solve, how to prioritize things, that guy, I don't know, man. Y'all like to complain about these women being thoughts, 304s, and dusty and hungry for money and materialistic. But there's some women know how to prioritize. There's some women who are excellent home managers and know how to budget finances. But it is no budget when you're not doing your part. Now, I'm not talking about men who just living with women and shacking up. I'm talking about husbands right now. Because ladies, if you continue to choose to shack up with them and let them move in with you, you get what you get. And can I ask this question, men and ladies? What's wrong with you all just staying in separate places? Why y'all gotta combine, and live together, yet you're not combining your bills? I don't understand that. Because I hear the women saying these men laying up on them, they might give them something. This month they may come up with $100. Next month they might not do anything. Well, that is what I don't understand, and I'm going to repeat what I said last week. These men that's on these podcasts, these talk shows, these bloggers, I am sorry to say, men, you all need to have a seat and sit this out, telling women what they should be happy with. You need to sit it out, men, because you keep saying women don't know a good man when they see one. And I'm asking you, what makes you a good man? What makes you such a prize catch? Because first of all, your credit jacked up. You in debt. You don't never even pay your car payment on time. You're running over here borrowing money from me, and I'm just your woman. What? And you want to say you're a good man? Some men, you think you're a good man because, well, Pastor KZ, I don't put my hands on women and I don't cheat. Well, sometime I do and sometime I don't. What else about you, man? What else is there about you, guy, that makes you such a good man? Do you have any of these traits I mentioned? Because some of you think just because you were born male, you are entitled to certain privileges. Because that's what your granddaddy told you. Because that's what your daddy told you. That's what your uncles told you. That's what them fellas in the streets saying. Women supposed to do this. Women supposed to do that. Women supposed to wash your clothes. Man, she's supposed to cook for you. She's supposed to do all of these things. And she not even your wife. Some of you, as I said last week to the ladies, some of you men, you looking for maids. Yeah. You're looking for a loan company because every time you come up short with your bills, you going to your girlfriends or your women asking them for money and for help. Okay. You hear me, man? Another thing is, I hear and I read what you keep writing in these emails. And some of you are not high quality men yourself. You don't have good character and you're not integral men. Now you can sit up here and say all of this stuff about women you want to. But again, y'all started it off yesterday saying the women need to do a self-inventory. Pastor KZ or Auntie is telling you men, you need to do an inventory. You need to check yourself. You need to see if you're hitting the qualities that women will respect you. Are you a man of your word? That's why women say men are big liars. Because y'all just say the first thing come out of your mouth. You know you have no intentions of doing what you going to say. Yeah, I'm going to be there. Knowing you don't show up. You have your children sitting up there waiting for you to show up to an assembly that they're in. Or to sit up in the parent-teacher conference and you are a no-show. And what your excuse is, oh, I forgot. Why you ain't called me to remind me? See, here we go again. This is what I'm saying with some of you men. You want to sit up here and you want to say what women should accept. I'm not going to say women. I'm going to say certain races of women. Y'all want to sit up here and say what black women should take from a man when no other race of a woman will put up with some of y'all. And that's for real. Some of this stuff that you expect a black woman to take, you won't take that nowhere else outside of the race to another woman. Because to the next woman outside of your race, you going to come 100. You're going to work 2-3 jobs to keep things going and to do what is required. But over here, you can't do this for the sister, the woman that have been holding you down. A woman who looked like the woman who carried you in her womb for 9 months. You can't even respect her. Okay, man, y'all put it out there, and I'm just bringing these topics up. You don't have good integrity. You have double standards, and you want to be treated like kings, but you treat women like trash. Here's a quote from an email. Pastor KZ, I know I have a lot of shortcomings, but some of these females are nothing but toxic. They have daddy issues or past hurt from relationships that they have not healed from. So many of these women, their hearts been already broken, Pastor KZ. They got issues. They are angry women and they are bitter. And he goes on to say, I know as a man, I have some issues of my own, and I know there are things I need to work on myself. Being able to commit to, not to mention marry a woman with all of this stuff some of these women have going on, that's a no-go for me. That is a no-go for me. Okay, ladies, did you hear what he said? He said you have issues that you haven't healed from. He says that some of you are angry and some of you are bitter. And they're talking about committing to just dating you. He said not to even get as far as to marry you. They said he said he don't even want to date you. He don't even, and definitely not going to marry you. Ladies, you hear what some of these men are saying. Y'all got too much baggage you bringing to the table. And ladies, I'm going to talk about something a little bit where these men say some of you already got children, 3-4 kids or what have you, and they expect you to take care of their kids like they're your own, and you getting child support from their daddy coming getting his visitation. And a lot of men say that's a problem for them. A lot of men say that's a problem. And ladies, don't be upset, but there's some men who do not have children and do not want children. Case in point, I got an email from a young man, 36 years old, began dating a woman. He said, I found out 2 weeks later that she had 3 children. And I said, well, why didn't you tell me this up front? She said, because you didn't ask. And she said, how many kids you got? And I said, I don't have any children and I don't want any children. He said, I thought maybe I could date her, but Pastor KZ, like my mama say, if you dating a woman, or like they say, you dating a cow, the little calf come with the cow. And I just, I prefer, and it's just my preference, Pastor KZ, I would like to date a woman who's like me, don't have children, and we enjoy the courtship process, the marriage process, if it goes that far, and becoming first-time parents. Ladies, there's nothing wrong with that. I know y'all saying, oh, everybody got kids. Everybody don't have kids. And then everybody don't want kids. Okay, let's just be mindful of that. But men, I will say this for the record. You around here choosing to date women that you know have children, and you might have some of your own. How are you going to blend these families? Or do you plan on blending the families? Where do you go in this relationship? And these are things you don't talk about when you're dating, because some of you don't take the time to have very important conversations, because the children is an issue and they're going to come up. It's going to come up. So just think about that. Men, think about what I said. Ladies, y'all, we're going to have to come together. We're going to have to work together, and it's a lot of work to be done on both sides. I'm not taking sides with the women or the men. On both sides, I point out positive and negative things, and I play devil's advocate to make you think and to make you take an assessment of yourself and see the things you require. Do you have those qualities? If you're requiring different things, you sure better have them yourself. Y'all think about that. Get yourself focused, bring your life into balance, and y'all, things gonna turn out just fine. Everything is not a negative thing. Sometimes, y'all, relationships end, and you know what? Sometimes it's for your good. Everybody's not meant to be together forever. But you got to learn how to be okay with that. You can't be so clingy and insecure that you're holding on to somebody who want to be free, or that you're so desperate for love you'll accept anything. Think about that. I'll see you back tomorrow. Tomorrow's show will be very different. Have a wonderful Wednesday.